What's your take on Kneecap?
Don't really like them, they're crap.
Well, I think it's great that a band is so using their stances pro-Palestine, and so many people are scared of that. Even saying that, and that band like them are just going so far to show support is class, I think, for it. I mean, I know, I think, and getting the Irish language out there and making it more popular, getting more young people getting more into it, I think it's becoming more trendy or whatever to start learning Irish, and I think that's great, expanded here. It's not, a lot of places here don't have that, so I think it's good to explore that.
Oh, I love Kneecap, yeah, very much. Big pro Kneecappers. Loved the movie. Like the sentiment behind it. I think obviously Irish language, it should be in the forefront of this country. So I think they've definitely brought, I don't think I've been brought up in an Irish language speaking like way of life, but I definitely think I know more about it. It's definitely like for all of the like island of Ireland, it's definitely provided more of a like shine on it. And obviously like the movie was great. It obviously brought great attention to the island of Ireland, so it's benefit for me, definitely.
They don't represent everyone in Belfast, so they're no good at all.
Is music only good if they represent everyone in
I
Belfast?
think so, yes, definitely.
What could they do to represent more people in Belfast, do you think?
Nothing. We don't want them here. I think they should move.
Move to where?
Wherever they want, down the south.
When you were growing up, was it cool to learn Irish?
I think it was just something you did in school, and no one really liked school at all. I think it's becoming a lot more popular now rather than when I was growing up, but I want to get more into it. I was crap at it at school, but I was crap at all languages, so I'm still trying to grasp English really. But I think Irish is getting a lot more popular, and I think that's class.
I assume you don't feel included with like the imagery that they use. Is that fair to say?
We just don't like them. Not everybody likes them.
What is it? Is it the music you don't like, or like the imagery?
We just don't like them.
What, the individuals?
Yeah.
To be fair, I grew up on the other side of the spectrum. I grew up. That's probably not the right word. I grew up on the other side of things, so I grew up in a Protestant background. So I think in terms of some of their political beliefs, I might not be aligned with it. I don't listen to their music. I don't particularly like their music, but I think politics has a time and a place. I don't know if it's in music and if it should be as much in the forefront of everything you do. And I think if they're, again, I'm not informed about it. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't looked in the background enough. But I think if you're going to talk about politics and you're going to have music, you should keep the view separate in a way, and you shouldn't just try and capitalize off politics to make your music career more famous.
I do think that they have a very large platform where they could do a lot of good for the Irish language and the Irish people, and instead they've made it very violent and aggressive. I do think they're funny, and I think that that's why they get so much support, but I do think they need to be more cautious of how they come across for their supporters. Otherwise it does just incite a lot of hatred when that's not what it should be for. It should be for support.
What do you think of their music?
I actually like the music.
I like
This is what I hate to say. Like, the music kind of slaps, but
I think it's fantastic, and I think it's really great to bring the Irish language in that way. It was so much fun to it, and I think it's really brought about the issue that people are trying to get rid of the Irish language. They say it's a dead language. It's not. It's very much alive. It's just we don't hear it as much as what we could. So I think it's really good that they've brought it round in this way and really brought it to the forefront that, we can actually enjoy the language and bring it back. I feel it's good.
But yeah, I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Like, they are doing good for bringing things forward and bringing this into the public media and things like that. Because, let's be fair, the Irish language doesn't get a lot of public features in mainstream music or anything like that. But it comes down to an issue of responsibility. You have to be responsible for your platform, and stand over what you're saying. So there's good and bad in there. But here,
I think what a lot of people don't understand, if they're not from around here, is that the kind of the cross community support that Kneecap get is not just from the nationalist community. Is that something that you'd agree with?
I mean, I think a lot of it is just the politicians of some sides are very against Kneecap, but I know like when they won their settlement against the UK government, they split it equally between nationalist and loyalist communities, put into youth groups and all. I think that's good that they don't want to make another divide because I think they can be it for everyone.
Well, I'm not the only one who doesn't like him.
Yeah, but
Sure, the Brits don't like him, so
they sell out shows in London.
it's just all for publicity, and you know what I mean.
Do you feel that the rest of the UK understands issues in Northern Ireland?
Nah. Nah.
Why do you say that? Is this conversation?
Oh, yeah. No, it's generally speaking, like if you were to go to the likes of England, maybe not. Scotland's probably a wee bit closer to the mark, but definitely over in England, they don't. There seems to be a massive gap in terms of like why Northern Ireland is the way it is, and the extent of the impact that like the hangover of colonialism, really. So it's there's a lot of deep-rooted problems that affect this society that really don't filter out into the wider UK. And again, it is what it is. It's I suppose if people aren't taught it and it's not talked about, can't really be held accountable for not knowing about it. But there's a real serious gap in knowledge there.
What would you, if you're telling someone who doesn't live in Northern Ireland something about Northern Ireland, what would you like them to know?
I'll just come here and experience it. It's like it's not some post-war apocalyptic thing. It's like we're just going for lunch. Like just come here and experience it, and you'll be fine.
Do you think people in the rest of the UK understand issues in Northern Ireland?
To an extent, maybe, because I'm assuming a lot of it is the same issues, but maybe not the specifically post-troubled ones.
Do you think people in the rest of the UK understand Northern Ireland?
Probably not. I mean, I doubt I'd understand over people over there. So I doubt they understand here either. I think people just don't really know what's going on over here. And what can you do? It's pretty small. People don't really care a lot. So we just have to try and care ourselves then, I guess.
I think they all think, which is, to be fair, kind of fair enough at this moment in time, that we all just like set things on fire and fight each other. But I think in terms of like governments, etc., I know quite a lot of friends when I was in uni in Scotland didn't know anything about like who our political parties were, and like obviously our devolved government was there for years and years and nobody knew about it. So obviously, yeah, I don't think they do. I think they could definitely be more informed, but I don't think we help ourselves in like what gets put out from the media in terms of Northern Irish politics, etc., that would help us or anybody else learn about it, because for a while there we didn't have a government, and then now we're just all fighting each other again, so it's just a bit of a tricky situation.
I agree. It's just one of them ones. It should be taught more within the UK, within school, the history of it, because at the end of the day, we are still part of the UK. And, you go to England and people don't realise that. You're Irish, you're from Ireland, and they forget actually there is that separation because of them. And, yeah, it's just not thought about. So then when we have issues like Ballymena riots coming out of the woodwork, they don't know, they don't understand that's going on. And then we're the only police force that carry guns, we're the only police force that use water cannons. Like, we have quite violent measures to have to deal with what goes on here, and the UK don't realise that. They don't see that. They just see it's Ireland. So yeah, I do think there needs to be more education around Northern Ireland or north of Ireland for the UK, for them to understand